When Interpol investigated Viktor's employee count, they couldn't believe it. Official records showed 50,000, but the payroll had 500,000 names. Viktor's business expansion was actually organizing Europe's largest criminal army. He had secret soldiers in every country. Viktor Petrov was a world-renowned energy mogul, CEO of Petrov Energy Corporation, 58 years old on Forbes' Global Energy Leaders list. The Moscow headquarters was impressive. Glass towers, thousands of employees, international operations across 40 countries. Energy for tomorrow was the company's slogan. Oil drilling, natural gas, renewable energy projects, everything looked legal. But Interpol analyst Emma Rodriguez was beginning to notice strange patterns. Viktor's company expansion was at an unusual rate. New country operations every month. Massive hiring everywhere. "Is this expansion sustainable?" she asked her colleague James. "Numbers add up. Profitable company." Emma did deeper investigation. She gained access to company payroll records. The discovery was shocking. Official government filings listed Petrov Energy as having 50,000 employees, but the internal payroll system had 500,000 active names. "This is impossible," Emma whispered. "No one can hide 10 times more employees." She began doing background checks on random employee names. The pattern was disturbing. 60% had military backgrounds, 40% had criminal records, 80% had no actual energy experience. Viktor wasn't hiring workers, he was hiring soldiers. But why did he need so many secret employees? Emma expanded her investigation. She began analyzing Viktor's operations country by country. A strange pattern emerged. After Viktor's company established in each country, local crime rates dramatically increased. But authorities couldn't establish any connection. "It can't be coincidence," Emma noted. She did a Germany case study. 2019. Viktor's company opened office in Berlin, 2020. Local drug trafficking increased 300%, 2021. Money laundering cases doubled 2022. Human trafficking reports tripled, but police investigations found nothing. Petrov Energy was conducting legitimate business operations. Emma began tracking employee movement patterns. The discovery was mind-blowing. Viktor's energy engineers were actually coordinators for different criminal operations. Drilling specialists were actually drug distribution experts. Pipeline technicians were actually money laundering specialists. Viktor had disguised a global criminal network using an energy company. But the most shocking discovery: communication intercepts. Emma captured encrypted messages between Viktor's regional managers. Berlin operations 120% profitable this quarter. Paris expansion complete. 500 new soldiers recruited. London territory secured. Rivals eliminated. Viktor wasn't doing business expansion. He was organizing a military campaign. The 500,000 employees were actually 500,000 soldiers. Viktor had army units in every major European city. But why had he built such a massive organization? When Emma dug deeper, she found the most disturbing connections. Viktor's financial records showed unusual transactions. Large payments were coming from Russian government accounts. Official designation, energy consultation fees. But the amounts were suspicious. $50 million monthly consultation was too much for normal energy business. Emma began investigating Russian intelligence connections. The discovery was terrifying. Viktor wasn't just a criminal leader. He was a Russian state asset. Intercepted communications revealed, Comrade Viktor, Phase 2 authorization granted. Unknown Moscow caller, European infrastructure penetration 60% complete. Viktor's response, when ready for Phase 3? Moscow, 6 months, all major cities covered. Emma realized Viktor's criminal army wasn't for personal profit. It was part of Russian geopolitical strategy. The 500,000 criminals across Europe were actually a Russian sleeper army. But what did Phase 3 mean? Emma tried to gain access to classified Russian intelligence documents, dangerous but necessary, success. But the discovery was horrifying. Operation Petroleum. Phase 1, establish legitimate energy business, complete. Phase 2, recruit 500,000 criminal soldiers across Europe, 90% complete. Phase 3, destabilize European governments through coordinated chaos. Phase 4, Russian peacekeeping intervention. Viktor wasn't just a crime boss. He was an invasion preparation architect. European governments had unknowingly allowed Russian military infiltration. Emma needed to take immediate action. Emma urgently reported her discovery to Interpol headquarters. This is beyond crime, Director Martinez said. This is an international security threat. An emergency meeting was arranged with NATO intelligence agencies. The evidence presentation was shocking. 500,000 Russian criminals across 27 European countries, $2 billion funding from Russian government, coordinated destabilization plan, timeline, 6 months to complete preparation. How did we miss this? The CIA representative asked. Perfect cover, Emma explained. Legitimate energy business, legal immigration, normal business expansion, brilliant deception. The international response was immediate. All Petrov Energy operations suspended. Viktor's assets frozen. Employee background checks initiated. Border security enhanced. But Viktor was prepared for countermeasures. Viktor had learned of Emma's investigation. Phone call intercepted. Comrade, they discovered the operation. Phase 3, acceleration necessary. How fast can we activate? The Moscow caller asked. 48 hours. Chaos protocols ready. Emma realized exposure had put Viktor into panic. He was trying to compress the planned 6-month timeline to 48 hours. Simultaneous criminal activities began in European cities. Paris, coordinated bank robberies. Berlin, infrastructure sabotage attempts. London, government building attacks. Rome, airport security breaches. Viktor's army had gone into activation, but premature activation was a weakness. Coordination wasn't perfect. European authorities organized rapid response. The 48-hour period was the most intense international operation in modern history. Emma was providing real-time intelligence at the Coordination Center, simultaneous raids in every European city. Viktor was trying to hide in a bunker in Moscow, but international pressure on Russia was too much. The intercepted phone call was the final blow. Viktor, operation compromised. You're a liability now. Moscow caller, but we can still succeed. Viktor, negative. Complete disavowal. You're on your own. Moscow, Russia had abandoned Viktor. Viktor's 500,000 army began to collapse. No central command, funding cut, coordination impossible. European authorities began systematic arrests. 127,000 criminals arrested in first 24 hours, 89,000 deported as illegal immigrants. 284,000 disappeared. Location unknown. Viktor tried a desperate escape attempt using a private plane, but international airspace was monitored. The arrest was dramatic. At a private airport in Switzerland with coordination between FBI, Interpol, and local authorities. Viktor Petrov, you're under arrest for international terrorism, criminal conspiracy, and treason against multiple nations. Viktor remained silent. A 30-year operation had been destroyed by a single investigation. The trial was unprecedented. First time an individual was charged with organizing a 500,000-person army. The evidence was overwhelming. $2 billion Russian government funding, 500,000 recruited criminals, 27-country infiltration, planned European destabilization, life sentence in multiple countries. Russia denied extradition. Viktor's empire collapse was complete.